live and doing something a little bit different tonight. I got my other Facebook working. So right now it's a soul survivor, Cynthia Schiller, trying to get people from regular Facebook over onto a soul survivor. But good to have everybody here. We're going to make a kind of cool recipe. What did I just spray? I thought I sprayed Windex, but I think I sprayed bleach to clean my glasses, but it worked. So how's everybody doing today? I got a new recipe I'm going to try out. I have a birthday party tomorrow that I am going to, so I thought I'd bring a little something. And oh goodness, Facebook, let me know if you can see me okay. I might have to log off of one of them, but keep going. We're letting more viewers know. So how is everybody's day today? Let me know if the video is coming through okay. I got my TV going. Don't know if I got to shut that off so we have a better connection. But hopefully this is good. I see you guys popping in, but it's not counting for me. Oh my goodness. Who is that? I see your face. Good to have everybody. So I picked the topic. We're going to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. But I picked the topic of, dang it. No, I'm not doing that. It's always one thing on what is the deal with Facebook? Oh my goodness. So, hi everybody. I picked the topic on schizophrenia, also narcissism, a lot of my channel. Thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate that. But there is something that popped back up on my feed that I find fascinating, and I'd like to know what you guys think about it. But it deals with schizophrenia. And a lot of people, I had a neighbor that had schizophrenia. And the thing is a person who is born blind has never, ever been diagnosed with schizophrenia. So as long as they were born blind, not one person in the entire world has ever gotten diagnosed with schizophrenia. But the interesting that starts happening is people who lose their sight later in life have a higher incidence of schizophrenia. So I want to do more research on that because I think it's interesting. You know, we talk about like the spiritual realm and all these kind of things, but our memory has to have like an emotion tied to it. They also say, I don't know if I believe it, but they say that you can only dream of people that you have actually seen in the past. I don't know how much I believe that, but our mind supposedly doesn't just create. So I don't know if you could create somebody who looks like me with like a slightly different face shape and different hair color, different eye color. Like I can see that happening. Ebony, good to have you here. How's it going? Oh my goodness. Blessed beyond measure. Exactly. Oh, what did you say? I saw something. One sec. Thank you for the follow you felt. Oh, that's nice. So the schizophrenia can't happen unless they have that knowledge base of what things look like. So I'll do more research on that. But what have you been up to, Ebony? Good to have you here. We have words of affirmation. I'm going to go ahead and start with Ebony. I'll give you a word of affirmation. I'm just going to pull one out of my thing. You never fail until you stop trying. I like that. Yeah, if you think about it, it's not set in stone. If you keep trying, there's that chance that it's going to come through. Plus, you're going to have more practice. You're going to get better at whatever it is. And yeah, you never fail till you stop trying. Life is a journey, and sometimes we need to adjust things. Just because we're on a certain path doesn't mean it's the right path. So it is okay to make different changes. Ebony says, I'm still taking one day at a time. Healing still in progress. I know it kind of sucks. I went to Alice in Wonderland play at my school. And for whatever reason, the last couple of days, I've been kind of in a funk where it's like the residual anxiety, like I shouldn't be anxious, but my body still is. And it's just like an uncomfortable feeling and you can't settle down. So I ended up kind of being in a funk all day. Got some Christmas presents wrapped, things like that. But I ended up calling a friend and I'm like, hey, why don't you go with me to this play? And she went, and it was interesting when I was there, I was living in the moment. I was not stressed. I ended up sitting in her car with her. We chit-chatted for about an hour and a half. And then on the drive home, that anxiety, just that feeling. But it's better than it was earlier. So sometimes just getting out there, living in the moment, having somebody with you can kind of be calming. So you're resuming therapy. What were some things that helped you in therapy? And that's good. How long has it been since you've talked to a therapist? And it says to encourage more viewers. So if you guys are new to the A Soul Survivor, Cynthia Schiller on Facebook, make sure it has the Schiller on it because I'm transitioning over to that. My personal page, Cynthia Schiller, Schiller. I don't know how much longer I'll be doing that. I'm going to go to A Soul Survivor, Cynthia Schiller. So Schiller. Also Lemonade. If TikTok shuts down, A Soul Survivor on TikTok. But I don't know if you heard this, Ebony. We're planning a trip to Costa Rica. So you guys can meet me in person if you would like to. Let me know. I'll send you the link to sign up. But if anybody else would like a word of affirmation, and it's good that you're resuming therapy. Finding the right therapist has been a stressor on its own. Yes. And it's important to have the right therapist, one who believes in you, who can at least be compassionate. I see a lot of times that there are some therapists that just want your money, that they're just going to agree, or there are times that you see it all over YouTube. You're not the problem. You're not the problem. There's sometimes that we, with the reactive abuse or our trauma, we can be a problem. Or if we have like ADHD, things like that, or just not putting up those boundaries. So it's good to have the right therapist who helps guide you, lets you talk, doesn't feel like you're being judged, so you can have that comfort to open up. What was a big obstacle that you've been seeing with your therapist, if I can ask? Sometimes just personality conflicts, or just not the right fit, or the right schedule. That can be one thing too. I also do one-on-ones if you guys are interested. Cynthia at asoulsurvivor.com, or if you go to Fiverr.com and type in my name, you'll be able to find me on Fiverr. I do one-on-ones if you guys are interested in that. But there's different ways to handle trauma, to kind of calm ourselves. These words of affirmation can be helpful. Bless, Ebony says it's been an off and on process trying to find the right fit for 2+ years. What's the one thing that you're seeing, or are they all different things that are kind of causing it not to be a good fit? Look at all you guys joining. You guys are awesome. Hit that like button for me. And we'll get started on these new. I can what? You can heal? What did I miss? I can what? I can hit the like button. Debbie is here. Debbie, I'm making a new recipe tonight. I don't know. I got a birthday party to go to. You can. Oh, I can get to know you. There you go. You gonna come to Costa Rica? So, Debbie, how was your day? It is bitter cold. I went to see Alice in Wonderland. Sarah, good to have Sarah joining us. And I got the words of affirmation if you guys would like. I'm going to go ahead and turn on that oven so we can get going on that. Here we go. You slept mostly. Oh, I did not get a nap. Why not? Okay, good. Come with me. Come with me. Got all these alerts popping up. Oh, crazy thing. I'm still good to go. But Sarah, I have one kid drop out of the trip to Amsterdam, but I'm still able to go. But I was hoping for 5 more. Now I need 6 more kids. You know any high schoolers who would like to go with us? What am I making? We're going to try something. I hope it turns out. I made those. Some people call them magic bars. Some people call them Southern layer cookies, where you use that sweetened condensed milk on top and it kind of caramelizes. So I'm going to make a brownie, just a brownie mix. I need to find, actually, I got to write that down. It was the best brownie recipe. Oh my gosh. It's the Kirkland brownies. I should just see if they post it online somewhere. I saved this huge tub of cocoa at my parents' house and used it up, of course. And I wanted to save the recipe, so I just put it back in the cabinet. I'm like, I'll get it later. They never go through that stuff. And they had some housekeepers got rid of the recipe. Ugh. They threw the whole thing out. It was on the back of the jar can thing. So we are making kind of like a caramel almond brownie mix. What do you think? You think it'll work out? I don't know. I hope so. Ebony says a lack of understanding of the depth of trauma. Oh, that narcissistic victims experience. There's nothing ordinary about it. It's not just a heartbreak. It's painful warfare. Yeah, that's the one thing. What am I doing tonight? How am I doing? I'm doing good. How are you? I'm doing real good. Yeah, make sure they're trained in narcissistic abuse, because otherwise it's like, just you're so sweet. Thank you for the gift. Otherwise, they're just going to tell you, you're exaggerating or you're too sensitive or this or that. Yeah, especially if you do it in like a couples kind of thing. And just the gaslighting, like the brain damage that it does, and the disassociation that can happen, the brain fog. And I appreciate that gift. Thank you so much. So, yeah, it's not just a heartache, it's a betrayal. And then, promises that are broken and the future faking. It is not just a regular breakup or dissolution of a relationship. It's complete like terror, like traumatizing and altered reality. And you think you know someone or believe in them. And Sarah, I'm going to ask you this. She's a licensed master social worker. Okay, so as far as love, how do you feel about that? Because a lot of times you'll hear, you didn't love that person. You didn't love that person. You loved the thought of them. So I don't know if I want to relate this to an actual narcissist, but to somebody who doesn't necessarily love you back, just love you back. And they're like, you didn't love that person. And the one video I saw was like, love is patient, love is kind. They go through all the biblical things. Love is patient and kind and not boastful. But they say that you didn't love the person, you fell in love with the image of them. And I don't know. Is love always where it needs to be reciprocated? Because I think sometimes we don't love ourselves enough. But did we love our person? And I don't know. How do you feel? How do you feel about that? Sometimes it makes sense when you're talking about the narcissist. Without getting too deep, it's almost like comparing it. I fell in love with a man, and then the man was transgender. So did you really fall in love with a man, or was it a woman? That kind of thing. So the narcissist puts up this image, which is not them. So did you fall in love with the other one? Who they truly are. But Debbie says, well, it sure would help if they love you too. I agree. But, some of these kids at school, like they tug at my heart, and do they necessarily love me back? I don't think love always has to be reciprocated. It should be if you want to have a relationship. I kind of struggle with that one. Because it's like, they're like, you didn't love the person. It's like, yeah, I did. But then they say they put up that facade, though. So we're going to go ahead. Just wanted to get your thoughts on that. Get a little conversation going. And since I'm making chocolate, I'm going to go ahead and put on that absolutely adorable, super expensive $5 apron. Might have been $3. Anybody else have one of these? Got it at Dollar General. It's $3 or $5. I think it was $5. Not too bad, but I gotta wear it. What do I mean love you back? As far as the kids, or what do you mean? Or just people? This is not flattering tonight with the white on white. I don't know. I don't. I know some parents, like the kids, they don't always love the parents back. They don't. You know. Oh, the kid. I just mean like not in a sexual way by any means, but just love is patient, love is kind. Are they, are they always kind? No, that kind of stuff. Just love, like love, nothing sexual. Um, or inappropriate. Because I will say, there are definitely some kids who do love me. Um, and I don't know if they just don't have a mother, or I remind them of someone, or they're just comfortable around me. But there are kids that really love me. So, oh, do I want them to love me? That's up to them. No, I want them to feel loved. That's what's important to me. They can hate me if they want to. My purpose is to, and that's where I kind of am coming from is, I'm not looking for that transaction. I'm looking to let these kids know that they're lovable, not for my own good, So they say love is not transactional. And Jose, how's it going? Good to have you here. You can't always have that. Well, that's true. Yeah, I know that. Kids, yeah, you have no control. They either do or don't. And yeah, sometimes they'll absorb the love you give them, or at least the patience, understanding, all that kind of stuff. And there's different types of love, different levels. There's a friendship love, familial love, the agape love, like all of that. So just depends on everybody's definition of love, too. All right, time to cook. All right, so I put it on 350. That's probably not right. What do we need of that? 325. All right. At least I knew it probably wasn't going to be right. All right. We're going to use our tin because I'm going to give it away. And I'm debating on doing 2 boxes. Do I do 2 boxes or just one? These never seem to be enough. We'll start with one and see how that goes. I forgot the oil. Tay-Tay is here. Debbie says I never felt like that towards my teachers. Yes, but you're everybody's different. Everybody's different. Also with the kids that I have, it's a little different situation too, where they don't know English that much. You're definitely seen as a helper to them more than just a teacher. So that can kind of have like a bond where you struggle through things with them. So you guys can open up the conversation. You guys are so quiet. I will put my hair up. This is going to other people. I don't mind eating my own hair, but I won't do that. Facebook, how's it going? All right. So like I said on Facebook, I will be going over to a soul survivor Cynthia Schiller, not Cynthia. I'm in the transition process, bringing pages all over the place. So feel free to go over to Cynthia, Schiller, Schiller. I'm sorry, a soul survivor, Cynthia Schiller on Facebook. And Sisters is here. Hello, we're getting ready to make a mess. Making this is a new recipe. We're going to try it. Start with 1 box. I think I need 2. It says 13 by 9. I don't know. Okay. And of course, I forgot the cooking spray. So, Sisters, how was your day today? Sisters always loves my words of affirmation. Anybody else would like it? I can go ahead and give them some. All right, so we're going to start with 1, see if I need to make 2 boxes. That's not that big of a deal. All right, so we need 1/3 cup vegetable oil. a resting day. Mine was a calm day today, quiet day. I got a lot of Christmas gifts wrapped. Those of you, you can cut down on oil if you use applesauce, but I'm not going to. Quarter cup of water. Brownies are so easy to make. And 1 egg. What are the prices of eggs? Somebody was talking organic, like a case of them is $63 or something. There we go. Let me get my cooking spray. All right, got that all sprayed up. A resting day. Jose, what have you been up to today? All right, so we're mixing this up, hair-free and delicious. But so I was talking about how schizophrenia, that if you are born blind, that not one person has ever been diagnosed with schizophrenia if they were born blind. But if they go blind later in life, that they have a higher risk of developing schizophrenia. So the light is blinding you. I know. I actually, I had an electrician over here yesterday working on stuff, and they're going to replace the light. It's probably going to be another week or two. I know. There we go. There we go. I know. Sorry. I cannot get on this phone. I have TikToks, YouTube, and Facebook, 2 Facebooks open, and the light is not that bad. I also need to get a new phone. I can't tell if it's my camera on the phone, but I apologize for that. And Jason is here. Jason, I'm cooking for you. I don't know. He never comes over. It's like my halo. That's right. If I wasn't so sweet. All right, let's see if I usually. I know it's only on TikTok that it has that halo. So sorry, I can't move my kitchen. That's a problem. Can't move my kitchen. I've tried it. I'll show you what it looks like without the light. You guys gonna make me cook in the dark. Let's see. I can do it with the light off if you want me to. Tell me if you'd like it with the light off. I don't know. I look so silly with the light off, guys. Looks all right on TikTok though. It's my halo. So what do you guys like better, with the light on or without? Gotta help me out. Don't know what it looks like on your end. All right, so this is the thing. It just looks so thin. I don't know. Do you guys like thick or thin brownies? This is so thin. It works though. I don't know. I covered the pan. All right, we'll just do one. We'll do one box and then make another kind of brownie later. All right. And yes, I did put that in my mouth. Mm-hmm. My white shirt's glowing now. I think it's my phone. If it wasn't so cold, I need to get a new phone. It's my aura. You guys see my aura glowing. Yeah, there's like, I don't know. I don't know. I tried. All right, so I pulled out. Right, we're gonna make it extra special. So we got our brownie mix down, and we're gonna do some almonds only because these were so good in those 7-layer cookies. So we're kind of doing that kind of a little bit, not really, but kind of like that. We're just trying something new. See if it caramelizes like I'm hoping. And I'll show you what this looks like. Just a little handful of these. I don't usually, add nuts, just like I don't add onions, but you guys are getting me to do stuff, stepping outside my comfort zone. Then got some extra chocolate chips. Might as well use some of them up. It's a nice little coating. So I guess you guys haven't complained. I guess it's okay without the lights. What I like doing when I make those magic bar, like chocolate chip cookie bars, is I'll put these on top, some chocolate chips, heat them up, and then use it as like a frosting. This is nice. Finally, they have it where the can pops open. No walnuts. So these aren't walnuts. These are almonds. Too late. I'm trying to make something different. I normally just like regular brownies, but I'm a little afraid that they might have regular brownies tomorrow. So I decided to make it a little different. Look how thick this stuff is. Ooh. Oops, I had a big old glop. Hopefully that spreads out. Sweetened condensed milk on top. Hoping it caramelizes like I want it to. Just kind of coat everything. Wish that part didn't glop like it did right there. Where are you, Ebony, where are you finding your therapist through? Is there anybody referring them to you? All right. This stuff is so thick. No walnuts. Debbie hates my brownies already. But I'd like to know what you guys did today. Like I said, today I went to see the play at the high school, Alice in Wonderland. And it was really cool seeing a couple of my students I've known since they were little. Because I used to be their gym teacher at a different school. Now I'm teaching English as a second language at the high school. All right. Let me get something to scoop this out. The only thing that sucks about making this for tomorrow is I can't taste. I got something in my throat. Feels like I got a piece of popcorn, but I haven't eaten any popcorn. So I can't taste test it. So we're just going to have to believe it's going to turn out delicious. But you can make your own caramel just by boiling this can of sweetened condensed milk. All right, please spread nicely. And then this hopefully will caramelize and just be the best ever. I think that'll be good. Jason, is this the best ever? It will be, I promise. It'll be something different, a little more gourmet than what everybody usually makes, just plain old brownies. All right, here we go. I'm hoping. And I have no idea how many. It might even just be like 4 of us. There we go. So we got that. Maybe I should. No, that's good. Yep. All right. So now we can cook it. One little bubble right there. Okay. Easy. So easy. And there's not that many. You like my festive apron? Thank you. I appreciate that. Got it for $5 at Dollar General. I did get my Christmas shopping done. Do you guys like it better with the lights off? Nobody told me. Where did I see this at? My recipe? I made it up. My brain made it up today. Is that what you're asking me? Where did I see? Oh, about the schizophrenia. That was on. I shared it. I can share it to you. I want to say it was Facebook. I think you're talking about the schizophrenia. Yeah, the schizophrenia was on a video. I'll share if you remind me. I'll share that with you. They went in detail, but there's something with something to it. And then also there are certain people who can't form images and can't form like auditory kind of things. Clever cooking, exactly. Doesn't mean it'll turn out good. That's a good YouTube name. Clever cooking. I was thinking about changing my name, but then I deal with mental health and stuff. I'll be like, cooking what? I should do that. Open a bakery and like a counseling center. Have people come in and go ahead and get a little treat. My dance studio, that's kind of how they succeeded, is a dance studio, tanning salon, and gift shop. So the parents would drop their kids off to do dance class. So then they would tan during the lesson. And then afterwards, they would get something to drink. And the kids always wanted like a little gift or toy or balloons. And then, of course, all the kids had birthday parties. So they came to me for balloons. What a genius mind. Who else in this entire world has had a dance studio, tanning salon, and gift shop? American Spirit. That was the name. American Spirit. Dance, tanning, gifts, and balloons. But then September 11th happened. So I ended up closing. That hit us hard. We were doing really good on enrollments. And after September 11th, I think our first class was supposed to start like on the 16th. And a lot of parents were taking their kids out and all that good stuff. But so Zanny, what did you end up doing today? We have so many ducks and swans out on the lake. It's really cool. I got some videos that I took that I'll be posting for you guys. So tomorrow I'm doing a podcast with a new person. Hello, how are you? Good to have you here. Is it Nelson? Nielsen? Is it with a long E sound or an I sound? Nielsen or Nelson? Good to have you here. Zanny's sick, trying to get better. I know Debbie hasn't been feeling good either. I appreciate that follow. Thank you. What kind of symptoms are you having? I know a lot of people are getting sick. This is not the time to get sick, guys. But hopefully, I don't know if you work, but hopefully you can rest up and be ready for the work day. Sometimes it's okay getting sick on the weekends. Kind of sucks though, you got some time off, and I think we work too much. I think we should only work 4 days. Respiratory, ooh, that can be brutal. I used to get bronchitis a lot, real bad bronchitis as a kid, well, like teenager. So I gotta set my timer. Where's Mr. Moo? Here we go. All right, so how long do I need to cook this for? Let's see. 39 to 40 minutes. Okay. That's because it's at 3:25. All right, that's okay. I got you guys. Brutal bronchitis. Yeah, it used to hurt so bad. My ribs were just tore up. And up in here too, I was like really coughing and couldn't get anything up. So hopefully you feel better. Do like some steam or vaporizers, all that kind of stuff. Bronchitis is no fun. It's going to take 40 minutes to cook my brownies, guys. Why do brownies take so long? And I see you guys joining. Thank you, Debbie. Oh, Debbie, good. Debbie, I also want you to check out A Soul Survivor, Cynthia Schiller, because that's the new where we're going to be going pretty soon. That's the new thing. I'm going to turn my heat down now that I have the oven on. Debbie says I'm on an antibiotic now, but I'm still coughing. Oh, yeah. Luckily, I've been pretty good. I was sick though for 3 months, a couple months ago. Zanny says, I heard a crazy remedy I might try from a reputable holistic doctor. What'd they say? TM, honey. What was their holistic? What do you guys think about holistic healing? people survived way back in the day. There are some definite holistic things that can help. I can't wait to hear it. Share it. So Debbie, you're still coughing. That makes sense though. The antibiotic is working, and then you're coughing up the residual that's kind of like situated. Yeah, it'll take a while on the cough. Facebook, I look fine. Did you do the Chris? Good to have you. Debbie, did you look on the A Soul Survivor, Cynthia Schiller? I'm live on that too. I'd like to know that that's working. A Soul Survivor, Cynthia Schiller. So give me 1 second, Chris. Tell me how your day was while I go and turn my heat down so I don't die. I turned it up to 78. So I'm the one paying the bills. It's okay. It's a little, the windows, and I was supposed to get my roof done, had a bunch of hoopla going on. So I can't get that done till like March or April from scheduling. And I don't have the insulation that I should. Zanny says, put sliced onions in a bag, place feet in bag on top of onions, wrap the plastic around feet, put on socks, and supposed to stop your cough. It's a quick fix. Have you tried it? Oh, Debbie says for a second, I thought you were drinking oil. No, this is iced tea. I lied to the kids that I was joking with them. And they always want to eat my food and drink my drinks. And so I told them it was like for the doctor's office. I had to go give a sample. They're like, oh. I, of course, told them I was just joking. I need to put a barrier over my windows. I need to hang my curtains. I know. So, yeah, we'll see what the heating bill is. But good to have you here, Dixie. Hey. Chris says, it's been a restful day, very hot today. Be nice to me. I did a bit of cleaning, went to Christmas carols last night. I also got a psychic reading from a friend. He said that I was at the end of a cycle and a lot of things in my life are coming to an end. Was he specific? And how do you guys feel about psychics? We're supposed to be careful with those. But there have been cycles that are psychics that have seen things that is mind-blowing. Like my ex's father had several, I can't remember now, but he had certain, like, look at that chocolate on me. He had certain fingers, portions amputated, and she described him, and she did the like finger thing, and I'm like, how did you know that? Let me wash my hands. Chris says, but one thing that he did say was that I need to take care of my heart. Do you agree with that? Being a fat 43-year-old isn't news. See, sometimes too, though, they can pick up on things, whether, possibly you have a tan line from a wedding ring, or if you're overweight, it's easy to say, you're at risk for diabetes, or you're at risk for heart issues. Being male, women can have heart problems too. But put plastic up on the windows. Yeah, I should do that. So that's the thing where it gets really difficult. Like, do they really know? You can go to like a 24-year-old woman and I can tell you have children in your future, or, things like that. It's like, oh my gosh, how'd you know I wanted a child? It's like, almost everyone does, not everybody does, but it's easy to guess certain things. Or a lot of times too, I could tell you've been heartbroken. And sometimes you can even say, yeah, it was my mother. It's not always a love interest. I had one, though, where they're like, what did they say? Oh, you have 2 brothers. I'm like, well, I have 2 sisters. He's like, that's what I meant. And I also have a brother. But he said something about, you're seeing a guy, Jeff. And I'm like, you mean Joe? And he's like, yeah. Like I fed into it. And, but then he said, like, I was supposed to be a secretary. I'm like, are you commenting on my hips? That was what he saw for me. I'm like, it's just looking at my hips saying I have secretary spread or something. I don't know. But I was going to college, all that good stuff. All right. Get this chocolate off my hands. But I did have some that said some crazy things. And we always, that's the thing too about life is it is a cycle. We are going through new things all the time. And did he say anything profound? The reason we got to be careful with it, it kind of opens up some portals. And Sarah and I were talking about portals. And also, I'm trying to put it together in the best way possible. There is one who was talking about a study that they did on popular people, all the kids in high school. Why do some kids turn out to be popular and others don't? Was it, that they were athletic, or were they the good looking ones or the rich ones, this, that, because if you look at it, sometimes those kids aren't the best looking societally, or they don't fit that mold, but they could be like more popular. And what is it? So they found out that the majority of those, like almost all of them, said that the popular ones saw other people as likable. So the popular people liked other people. And then the other people in turn liked them because it opens up your communication where you're like, hey, hi, how's it going? You're talking to them, you like them, so you're going to reach out to them and then they'll respond. And so it just grew and grew and grew. And it kind of made them more likable. By liking other people, it made them more likable. It's almost like a reverse kind of thing. And it wasn't them trying to do something to themselves. It was them sharing with other people. And that's how you get your blessings. So I don't know. It's so fascinating how things work. And so, yes, everybody's telling me I need to put a barrier over my windows. You're right. What about just turning my heat up? Oh, and how you make people feel about themselves will make you popular. That is true. People like how they feel around you. And that's probably the most profound statement, the most life-changing thing. And I know a lot of times with like the narcissists, they destroy you. And then, we try seeking answers or clarification and this and that. And they don't like that uncomfortable. Alfredo, good to have you here. They don't like being uncomfortable. And we're trying to make them be accountable and how much shady stuff they do. It's sad, but they just don't like that feeling. And so they're like, all right, you're disposable. Instead of us, when we get uncomfortable, we're like, let's just work through it. Like, how can we change this or connect, or please don't do it that way. So what do you guys think about that? Because I know a lot of us have stuck through a lot of pain. And that's what's so sad. I wish you guys could have heard all the voicemails. Like I did, I blew his phone up. I'm guilty of that. But everything I would say was all like the logic in that narcissistic abuse and like how we apologize. And then, I even said, I'm not acting, I'm reacting. I'm reacting bad. I understand that. And then, if I'm pushing you away, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to, but just are you alive or dead? And then what's going on? And that's silent treatment. And then like our minds kind of run wild with all the different scenarios. The last words you hear are, of course, I'll, do right by you. And then they do the exact opposite instantly after you've done so much for them. So I don't know. What do you guys think about karma? Jason, what do you think about karma? I don't know if I believe in it. Sometimes, but sometimes not. But definitely in the end times. But on Earth, I don't think we always see. Um, Chris says, yes, very true. I would be uncomfortable for a while, but yeah, then I'd run. Yeah, and that's what happens a lot of times. Like I could have chilled. Um, we push people away when we're just like, just talk to me. So a lot of narcissists are dismissive avoidance. Men have a harder time communicating than women do, just statistically. And men and women are different. We need to realize that. Women are more emotional, women are more wordy. So we don't get to the point. Guys like to get to the point. Guys use logic, women use emotions. And so just don't do shady shit. And then you don't have to talk about it and everything goes fine. Don't break promises, have that respect going. So, yeah. So let me turn my heat down real quick, guys. What's that? Well, I'm glad this is working out. I got 4 platforms open right now. I got 2 Facebooks at the same time. I want to quit my job so I can stay talking to you guys all day. I would talk to you for 8 hours a day. Debbie says, I had a good dream last night, and then my son called. Ugh. What was your dream about? You want to share? Nobody said anything about karma. Guys, I don't know. Sometimes karma works, though. Sometimes karma works on us, too. It was about your late husband. No, yeah, there are some dreams that feel so real. Tell me what you guys, I'm interested. You guys dream in black and white or color? I do both. Not everybody does both. Some only drink in black and white, others dream. Others dream in color. I dream in both. Also, I'd like to know if you guys see yourself, like you're watching TV with yourself kind of as a character, or is it like your vision and you're seeing what's going on, just like today, just looking around. That's how you live. That's how you perceive things. You believe in karma. Hi, Kelvin. Good to have you here. Zanny says, I have a guy I really like, but he is so short with his texts. However, he always gets back to me right away with his responses. I'm learning about stoicism and learning to be cool with it. Love you, mommy. I wrapped your present. I'm going to see you soon. Sleep well. Look at my mommy joining me. Kelvin says, anyone here coming Trinidad for Christmas? Are you? So as far as Christmas, I might do a live chat. But yeah, Zanny, there are some people that will be really short in their texts. There's a lot of people out there that hate texting, but it's nice that he gets back with you, and it's nicer when you can have true conversations anyway. So if he's like quick with his text, but he still talks to you. Debbie says about her late husband, it was feeling real, and it was in color. Vibrant colors. I still remember me and Davy Jones, the love of my life at age 7 or what. I have this, like, it's so funny. We're going across a field and I remember like running like in a yellow sundress, like a yellow and white flowered sundress, just like Little House on the Prairie. I was 7, and then my dad's like, Davy Jones from the Monkees. Davy Jones, he's dead. Haven't you heard of Davy Jones' Locker? And then I lost my husband at age 7. So Instakarma rocks. What is that Instagram? Somebody's name, Instakarma? Tell me what that is. Instakarma. or instant. So anybody, anyway, so it's Davy Jones, Bobby Vinton of all people, blue suede shoes, and Sean Cassidy. So, but Jason, where'd you go? Did you pop out? I was talking to, see, Jason, did I break your heart? You love my glasses. Thank you, Skylar. Jason, I was talking about me running in a yellow and white sundress with Davy Jones from the Monkees. And Chris says people who have good hearts and care for themselves and others win in the end. I hope so. Hello, gorgeous. I appreciate that. Aaron, how's it going? Sandy says it happens right after you do something good or bad. I don't know. I think sometimes it takes years or decades. Yeah, I think it takes a long time sometimes. Sometimes it's instant, but sometimes it takes decades. And that's why it was so, I still remember running through the field. It was slow motion. My hair it was cute. So yeah, usually what goes around comes around. Like it might not even be the same person though. So it'll just be in a different realm, relationship, situation, city, area. So changing where you live doesn't always change your situation because you can't run from yourself. Zanny says sometimes God's dishing that karma. He allows us to have free will, and it just comes around. He gave us guidelines. I don't know how religious you guys are, but there's some good advice in the Bible, whether you believe in religion or not. But the advice is solid. People don't want to take it. Some of the advice too is for society. And, they talk about the collapse of society and how we're supposed to go forth and procreate. It's so they can take care of us and on and on. And Phil, hello. Good to have you here. And I do wonder, we're supposed to like multiply. So I talked about this, how families are splitting. So mom and dad, and if they only have one kid, the kid can't usually take care of both. But if you have two or more kids, it can work out. Also, now we're dispersing all over the place. So logistically, it's not as easy. They have the abortion stuff going on. They also have transgender stuff. They also have the 3 C's. What is that? The say no to commitment. I don't know, all this stuff where the women are like, we don't need men. So whether you agree with it or don't agree with it, it's going to cause problems in society. Also, like homosexuality with the procreation portion is going to cause problems on how we have people working and investing like into the Social Security and all that kind of stuff. And also too, they talk about premarital sex and why buy the milk when you get the cow for free? I'm not a cow, but all the things like the trickle down things that happen with that. Chris says, I have reconnected with my sister recently and I'm trying to reconcile her apologizing for a lifetime of bullying me. And our parents were hurt with her paying dearly for her alcohol use and relationship. So this is just talking about karma. So the thing is in a sense, you want something from her and it's kind of control. You're wanting her to apologize. So, yeah, I don't know. No. Just talking about karma. So she has had people leave her. No, what? No. Oh, she recently has apologized. Oh, Okay. I get it. I get it. Okay. Zanny says, I feel so sorry for the transgender kids and the choices to surgically change their body being made too young. Yeah, they haven't. I mean, I've taught middle school, I teach high school, all the different emotions that go on and feeling awkward. Some girls might want to be a boy just so they don't have their period, or, boys might feel, small down there, so they might feel uncomfortable and might as well be a girl or something like that to just change it. Um, so, yeah. Um, it's it's hard for me to understand. It's hard for me to understand. Um, but the part I don't understand, I could understand, let's say I was, I'm 6'1", and let's say I was uncomfortable with that. Maybe I was a little butch or a little masculine, kind of the tomboy. Maybe I'd be like a masculine female, but I don't understand I just don't understand it. I'm not judging it. I don't understand it. And to go through such great lengths. So Chris says, and I feel sad for her. I feel sad for me. Maybe I'm just blaming her for me being a coward. Why do you feel sad for her? What part do you feel sad? The trans thing, I have seen it a lot as a coping mechanism for trauma. And that's what I see. That's what I see. And yeah. Zanny says, God gave us these parts. We got to roll with it. I kind of agree, we're supposed to have sex to procreate. And, that's what those parts are for. But yeah, it's like that one saying, the God don't make junk type thing. God made you and he don't make junk. So I know so many people want to change different things about themselves. And I do know a lot of them are hurting really bad. And that would be a horrible life to live, to not feel comfortable within yourself. But I know a lot of, I've seen a lot of documentaries and things where people actually regret it, I know some people enjoy it, but there's, you see other things in their lives too that it doesn't seem like it's a whole individual, usually the ones I've seen, that there's more going on. So is it a coping mechanism? You want to escape. It's like a physical dissociation. And they've classified it as a mental illness. So Zanny says, I was tomboyish as a kid, big time, but I'm so glad that I developed into my feminism. I get it. Like I was kind of a tomboy, but I still wore dresses and I called them purdy shoes and put my hair up and all that. I just like, I don't mind getting dirty and, like riding four-wheelers. I don't want to go fishing. I don't mind fishing. I just don't want to touch the little. But that's the thing, though, is like we don't have to look like a boy. We don't have to. I want brownies. Those are for company. Maybe I'll make some tapioca pudding. I'm gonna make tapioca pudding tonight. But we can still play sports and all that. Chris says that she has lost a lot of years, but she seems to be better recently. It's really complicated, the situation with her and me and my mom at the moment. For example, I know two girls whose parents separated, wanted to be boys when the father left. Ah, interesting. Zanny says, I hated getting my hair done and wearing dresses, felt naked or something. Oh, okay. I can see it. Yeah, sometimes now, depends on the dress. Certain dresses do make you feel naked. Like, what am I doing? Like, can I wear this? But I will say, I kind of like being a girl. Kind of like it. Actually, really like it. That. But I will say, around high school time, that's when the differences start coming out. I am not as strong as the boys. I will admit that. Stronger than some, but usually boys are stronger. I'm going to get some tapioca pudding. Let me go get the tapioca. I feel like making that. I'll tell you what I made earlier today. Okay, so I had that base of the ricotta cheese, spinach, and had egg and cheese. And so I made I was craving biscuits. So I put made it a little bit waterier and put a layer of biscuits. And then I added in a ton of chicken and some cream of chicken soup. And with that mixture, mixed it in, put it in there and poured the rest of the, and then I added cheddar cheese into the rest of the batter, the Bisquick. And then I poured that on top, and then I poured some butter on top. It turned out good. It was the quickest thing. So, all right. So we got to let my tapioca sit so it turns out nice and moist. We got those brownies cooking. And I opened that milk. That's why I'm like, yep, I am making tapioca. So 2 cups of milk. I think I have 3 cups left. So 3 tablespoons. I think what did I do? Did I eye it last time? All right, so 1, we're going to do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Now we're going to get the milk. I'm just going to use this up. So 1, 2, 3, and 3.5. So I'm going to use 2 eggs because I had 3.5 instead of 4 cups. Okay, so we're kind of doubling the recipe, which means I think I can add more tapioca. We're just going to double the recipe. Thank you for your patience while I make this deliciousness. Tapioca, I know I made this a couple nights ago and it was so good. I have to do it again. All right, so you got to separate the egg. Mix egg. Just the egg yolk? What did I do last? Hold on. I didn't do that. Well, I didn't do it that way, but it turned out good. So I'm just going to put 2 eggs in here. They want you to whip it ahead of time with the egg whites. I don't think I did that last time. I don't think I've ever done it that way. Maybe I did. I don't know. I need sugar. I use about half the sugar that they tell you to. It's way too sweet if you use all of it. Way too sweet. So 1, 2, 3. I doubled the recipe. 4. All right. So okay, so we got that. Let's have the sugar. cater the food boxes to your health needs. What is this? Let me check this out. Let me scroll up. Feel free to comment, guys. TikTok's so quiet. TikTok's just watching me cook. Did Mr. Moo go off? This is taking forever. We still got 8 more minutes on those brownies. My own little new creation. Get that egg kind of mixed up. It needs to sit about 10 minutes, which is perfect. That's when my timer will go off for my brownies. So yes, tapioca. Zanny says, yes, Tangelo, which delivers meals weekly, paid for by health insurance. It's a blessing. Food is reasonably good. Frozen dishes. That's good. That's nice to have. Chris says, in the US, you have meal delivery services that give you ingredients and recipes. Yes, I've never tried that though. So Chris, what's your question? Was that your question? Sandy says, this is my first clever cooking live chat. Super fun. Yeah, so I've been doing that. So you guys have something to watch while we talk about whatever you want to talk about. Keeps me on track. Eating healthy or just getting creative. So I went years where just eating salads and sandwiches because it's just me. And I actually like cooking, but, you know, I didn't really have anybody to cook for. And they talk about that self-love. So it's like, if I would cook for other people, like I do really big meals for other people, why don't I do it for myself? So that was your question. Yeah. Hello Fresh. Have you guys ever tried those? I had a teacher friend who, I think it was Hello Fresh. He really liked it. I think it's like $10 a meal. Zanny says, you guys saved me when my adult son was on a rampage last week. Yeah. How'd that turn out afterwards? So we saved you. I'm glad we were able to help you. You have that? Do you like it? Do you like HelloFresh? We got Sarah still there. Sarah, I'm making tapioca pudding. Letting it sit for 10 minutes. Then we'll just cook it to a boil. And then I'm going to eat it on live. Zanny, I'm glad I was able to help. I know sometimes things can become overwhelming, and sometimes we just need somebody to either calm us or hear us out or listen. So I'm glad we were here for you. Sometimes fate brings you to the right message. And I think some of you guys can relate. Like sometimes you're scrolling through and you're like, whoa, I really needed that message. Sarah says, looking good so far. I love that. And we have just a few more minutes, about 6 more minutes on that brownie. Hopefully it caramelizes on top. It's the first time I'm making it that way. Sandy says, I actually gave him the option to earn $100 for attending therapy. How did he handle that? That was my advice. Tell him you're not giving him money. He can earn it though. Yeah. How did he receive that? Let me grab something real quick, guys. One sec. All right, sorry about that. Had to get some chapstick. Then I had to boot him out. Not safe in my home. Got a 7-year-old. He's waiting for my check to come in, but yeah, great advice. Good. Make sure he proves it. Make sure he's not going to give you some fraudulent thing, but definitely because they can print it out too. So He didn't oppose the idea. He needs the money. Make sure that it's legit, though, before you give him the money, and not just a receipt. I know a lady who she said she was pregnant. She worked at like a pharmaceutical company, and she printed out her own receipts and was trying to say that she had an abortion. She was trying to get money, and she wasn't even pregnant. So just be cautious on that. Almonds and brownies, they're not, I know, we're trying something new. It'll be good. I don't know. I don't know. We're going to try it. It's got the chocolate too, though. Chocolate, caramel, and almonds. It's really good on those. Debbie, they're going to be delicious. It is an awful scam because that's tugging at somebody's heart and making them feel helpless, like if they wanted the child too. So yes, definitely make sure it's legit. Chris says, has anyone ever seen a selfish narc get better, or have all of them gotten worse with age? What do you guys think? We've talked about the, it'll be good. It'll be good. I'm not a big nut eater, but I like almonds better than walnuts. So there you go. Huh. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. I'll have to take a before and after picture. Let me go check on them, though. You guys got me in the dark. Wake up. Ooh. I hope I didn't burn them. Look at that. That's going to be so delicious and caramelized. I can't tell if they're done, though. I'm going to cook it a little more. I don't know. All right. It says it's got like 5 more minutes. I don't know. It should actually take a little bit longer. Got about 3 more minutes. I don't know. Now I'm like, should I just take it out of the pan? What do you guys think? All right, so we're going to cook it. I just don't want it to burn on the bottom. 7 more minutes. I don't know. It looks like it's kind of done. It looks delicious. Good. Good. So it was brownie mix. Then I put on some almonds. And then I put on chocolate chips. And then sweetened condensed milk to caramelize. So I just don't know exactly how long to cook it. It's the first time I've ever cooked it. So Zanny says, I have no idea if they get better. I try not to stick around to find out. The only time that they will get better is when we don't enable them and they have to go through that mortification. I know that you'll see, like Raw Motivations and Lee Hammock from Mental Healness, that, they seem like they're doing good. And they kind of are, but they're getting their supply. They're kind of like top dogs on YouTube. And so they're getting the adoration of the fans. And then they both got back with their wives. Who knows if they're on the up and up. They're probably replacing their cheating supply with, the fans, whatever the women say, or even just people. Sometimes it's nice just having people like you. It's not always about sex with a narcissist. So things are going good for them. For the most part, they're making money. They probably not enough to quit their jobs, but they're doing all right. It's extra cash. They're still doing their jobs, but there's also time away that they're not investing in their family. Like right now, I spend a lot of time talking with you guys or thinking about videos or doing videos. And I'm single, but they have children. So that's putting extra responsibilities on the women. Also, how much do they value the women? Like Raw Motivations had his wife talk, and she just didn't seem like she wanted to do it. I think she was doing it for him. And I think he charges like $150 an hour, something like that. But you could do a one-on-one with her, like the survivor's perception and to help you. But she got like $30, $35 an hour. And, Granted, he's researched this stuff. They can give good advice. Some of their advice is really good, you know. But is it what life are they living? I don't know. And that's the test of it. You know, are they being more honest? And what we see, I mean, for all we know, they've gotten divorced and they just don't want to tell us. I think that they didn't, but what happens when they crash? You know, they've both said that they get frustrated and they're like, and they have to stop themselves. So they still have the triggers, you know, but I think some do try unless the trigger gets too much. So they can get better till it's triggered too much. What do you guys think? Chris, what do you think? Do you think they get better? There are ways. It's with the healing though. It's you have to take the accountability if they don't do that. If they don't take that inner look inside, they're going to keep hiding things. And I think there's a possibility, you know, but depends on where they are on the spectrum. If they're way far gone, they want nothing to do with it, you know. So I can't say that like Diddy is a narcissist. You guys, you know, I'm not able to diagnose him. I don't know him personally. But when he was doing his thing on top of the world, there was no way he would want to shut that down. But with this new reality, maybe he will rethink things. Maybe he will be humbled. But that's a pretty big change from what he was doing. You know, one girl breaks up with him. He's not going to be like, oh my gosh, I need to change. It has to be that mortification. So Chris says, I have to have hope. Now, you mentioned something. You were struggling with some things too. Did you say you thought you might have been a narcissist? And you were not diagnosed with that. Is that correct? And as far as having hope, you know, it's the effort you put in. You know, you know, so it does depend on how far gone they are. Now there's that cognitive empathy and like true empathy. There's two different types of empathy. So can they create that actual feeling of empathy? Maybe not. Some narcissists do have some empathy though. All right, so I'm going to take it out. Hopefully it's done. I'm all scared it's not done in the inside. I think it's perfect. Yeah, it's good. Look at that. It's going to be all caramelized and chocolatey. It's going to be so good. I think it turned out good. All right, so let's heat up this tapioca just because I want some. Chris has narcissistic adaptations to trauma, autistic traits. For you, is what you're saying? Zanny says it's like the old Christmas story, the tale of the old moneymonger who is shown his past and future by an angel. And he has remorse for his selfish mentality and decides to share his money. There are times, yeah. But that's, you see the empathy. He has to have that empathy where he's like, oh my God, I was such a jerk. Or oh my gosh, I feel their pain. Otherwise he'd be like, well, they're losers. Like, so, you know, or they could have just gotten a different job, or they could have, you know, it tugged at his autism. Zanny says autistic. How do we find out? What do you mean, Zanny? For yourself or for your person? Chris says, but maybe it was always their chicken and the egg problem. Kinda. Chris says, well, Here, there is a screening test, which I scored highly on for you. Okay. So, Chris, was it just an online thing or was it through a therapist? For your son who has rage. A lot of times you can tell by different traits or different quirks, different patterns. Give me a second. I'll pull up the. Let me cook this. So give me about 3 minutes. How's that? Does he though? Are you asking if her son has? Oh, I see you guys. Hold on. I'm beautiful. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I think you just like my little Santa apron. No, a therapist. Hello, Big Swag. I see you followed again. Big Swag comes and goes. Good to have you back. I'm not understanding the full sentence. No, through the therapist? Okay. I got it. Big Swag, we just got done doing caramelized brownies. I'm going to cook this tapioca up real quick. Just got to bring it to a boil. Turn off my oven. Last time it took me like an hour and a half to turn off the oven. But this is my super hot burner, so it'll cook really quick. You can see the smoke going up because I cleaned my oven. This looks thick. Why is it smoking? Shouldn't be smoking like that, guys. Why is it smoking? I'll see if the fire alarm goes off. There is the story of the narcissist rich guy who wanted to build an orphanage. He decided not to because it would be for selfish reasons. But the rabbi said, just build it. The kids won't care. I get what you're saying. Yeah, the kids don't care. Sometimes it is like that in life where, even when somebody does it for selfish reasons, but both reap the benefits. But a lot of us did not reap the benefits. A lot of us got discarded. So yeah, there's times it's okay, Like right now, if I feel like giving away this food, I enjoyed cooking it. So everybody wins, I could care less if they want it. It's free, so I'm going to give it to them. But when it's to somebody's detriment, that's when it matters. It's not always good. All right, that's kind of cooking. The official diagnosis gets you access to disability pensions and services. That is true. And I know, like, to even get insurance, I've read that for some insurance, you have to be diagnosed. How can you be diagnosed before you even go in? So, I don't know. I think that's why there's a lot of misdiagnosis. And some people give up after like the first or second. So they think that they're something that they're not. And I wish my oven didn't turn on so hot. It is so not evenly consistent. Plus, a rich guy can take mean statements. There you go. That is true. If he's a narcissist, he can take mean statements. They're used to it. Unfortunately, it's sad for them, but that's usually, not always. Sometimes you have the narcissists who were overcompensated, so they don't get those mean statements. And then when they do, they don't know how to handle it. Look at this. Hello, Mr. Tapioca. pretty much done, guys. So we'll talk about autism in just a second. So Zanny, what are some things that trigger him as far as his rages? Is it when he's told to be accountable, or is it when he's overwhelmed? Are you able to understand his rages, where those rages come from? Is it from shame, frustration? All right, there we go. Perfect. Dixie likes tapioca also, so I'm gonna set some aside for her. And then I'll sit back down with you guys. Do you guys put milk in your pudding? I know some people do. Debbie, do you ever do that? All right, so we'll cool some off for Dixie. Look at that. Got some tapioca pudding. I do have Cool Whip. I think I like it better without, though. That is Australia. I don't know about other places. He can take criticisms. Oh, so is this a true story? So let me scroll up, though. But Chris says, but yeah, there is a screening test followed by official diagnosis. And guys, feel free to join in. So Zanny says, yes, he beat up his brothers who took him in. He throws things at me if I take him. Not his actions, what cause it, what cause his actions. He yells and acts like he's going to spit on me. Hasn't yet. Oh my God, it's awful. Been going on since teenagehood. So those are his responses. What is he responding to? Sarah says you have to see a psychiatrist first for that. And unfortunately, copays and deductibles can be expensive. If you don't have insurance, may qualify for, community mental health services. Where would they reach out, Sarah, for the community mental health services? I have a thing on like NAMI, but those are not therapists, they're more coaches. I'm a coach as well. So yeah, Sarah, excellent point. So Zanny says, my son gets flustered in a heartbeat. One time he was mad my kitchen was too small, and he acted like I was purposely causing a problem by entering my kitchen while he is there. Chris says, does he have meltdowns? The only reason why I am not autistic is the lack of meltdowns. Yeah, they will have the meltdowns. Zanny says he gets weird. He makes weird noises over my voice while I'm trying to talk to him. He gets totally triggered if I try to talk to him about anything regarding him going to therapy until I offered him money. That can be a control thing. Is he oppositional defiant by any chance? All right, so let's see, guys. Okay, so does he do well with back and forth conversations? If they're autistic, like Easter seals. Thank you, Sarah. Easter seals, I forgot about them. So you can check into that if you're low income. Do they also do sliding scale, Sarah? Do you know about that? So as far as like the social communication and interaction, they don't usually initiate interaction as much. They have difficulty with shared attention or sharing of emotions and interests with others. They have atypical eye contact, posture, facial expressions, or tone of voice or gestures, as well as the inability to understand other people's We've been going live for 90 minutes. It tells me to take a break, but I'm going to keep going. And also, Sarah says, you may have to go to the county, ask who handles an evaluation for that. So yeah, talk to the county, see if they have any resources available for mental health. And Sarah's our licensed master's of social work. Does he have an interest in other people? Difficulties in pretend play? Does he like things a little bit more rigid? And sometimes you can go back into their childhood to see what type of play did they do. What about age appropriate social activities as they were growing up? And do they have challenges adjusting to different social expectations? They can have restrictive and repetitive behavior. They love routines. They can have repetitive or stereotype speech, motor movements, or use of objects. Excessive resistance to change. So that might be one reason why he doesn't want to go to therapy. It's just something different. It's out of his normal pattern. Ritualized patterns of verbal or nonverbal behavior. Highly restricted interests that are atypical in intensity and focus. Hyper or hypo reactivity to sensory input. And how's he displaying on some of those? No girlfriends ever. I can see that. Chris, okay, thanks for joining, Chris. Have a good night. So that, yeah, just not the interest, you know. Debbie says, yes, I put milk and pudding. It calls for that. I was putting water in the refrigerator. And I mean afterwards, like how I had this bowl of pudding and then put milk on top is what I'm asking. Look at that big swag smile. He gets triggered by me mentioning work, school, maybe oppositional. Yeah, he might feel just by you talking about school, you're going to judge him. Like, what are your grades? Or are you showing up to work on time? And how is he with eye contact? No direction in life. Is he organized or disorganized? Debbie says, my sister was a social worker, retired now. Did she enjoy it? Did she like it? Let's try this tapioca pudding. This delight that I made. Very little. You might want to get them checked. Very little or eye contact and very organized. Maybe. Plus, he's male. There are more males. What was he like when he was little? How did he play? Did he play by himself? Was he very organized in his play? No, I know he's in his 30s. I'm asking how he played when he was a kid. 360, big swag. I just got done cooking. I was 360ing all evening. Go ahead and bring me up to, I need $4.99 more and I'll do it 360. I'll tell you what, I will turn around because I have a headache. I'm going to get some ibuprofen. That I can do. But I'm not going to do that on camera. I don't know if I get in trouble for that. But I got a killer headache. Killer headache. It's just ibuprofen. So Sarah says, thank you, Sarah. For example, in Oakland County, Michigan, you can call Common Ground. They take care of all mental health and now substance abuse referrals. You may have to go to the county who handles an evaluation for that. So go to your county. I don't remember what state or if you shared what state. So I'm doing this off camera. I don't want to get in trouble. He does have some traits though, but I'd like to know what he played like as a kid. Did he play with? They can have friends. They can definitely have friends. But it'd be interesting Does he like video games? Does he like video games? Doesn't mean you're autistic if you like video games. What time is it? It's 1 o'clock, guys. You guys get me staying up late. Didn't even have my nap today. I slept till like 11. Can you what? See what? Oh, the apron line? I had red, white. I had this with the green and red boots on. It was cute. But then I wore a pink coat to the play, so I changed my boots up. Had on some red boots earlier. He loves video games. And he plays them 3-4 hours, doesn't he? Was he hyperfixate? He was the happiest little kid ever, then divorced and ex moved in with abusive, neglectful girlfriend with a real bully son bigger than him. Used to sit on his chest while left alone to play. Oh, your son would pass out. But how would he play? How would he play? There's no waistline in this bulky sweater. You got to wait till June. Let's see. Oh, I did. You know how many views I got? I just went like that or something. I got so many views. And I didn't do that on purpose. This is what I did. So my hair is down to, I cut my hair since that video, but I did that. And I got so many views. I don't even know what a dangling is. You're talking about what guys have. I don't have that. Zanny says, yes, he would likely play long hours. My son didn't tell me about the bully doing that until he was an adult. Yeah, that he could have died. He, definitely. Do that again. I think I inhaled tapioca down my throat or my breathing tube. Zanny says he would likely play long hours. My son didn't tell me about the bully doing that until he was an adult. Debbie says, what does he need money for? Is it an addiction? Because that's the other thing too, though, is that can overtake somebody's life, you know. If he's an alcoholic, he's homeless. A lot of people with schizophrenia are homeless, or even just the mental illness can cause the homelessness. Depression, so you don't want to go to work. Is he always on time? Does he not care about time? Is he rigid and sticking to rules? I think you're screenshotting. Are you screenshotting the screen? He refuses to drive a car. Interesting. And he uses weed to calm down. Yeah, he might have some anxiety going on too. Yeah, Zanny's given him so much that he's just taking and taking and taking, and he's not doing the work that he needs to. Some comments. Oh, what do you guys say to me? Some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community's experience. Oh, guys. Thank you for liking the live. He must have said something. Now you're like, oh. He keeps me in the poorhouse. And that's why you got to set up those boundaries. You got to think about yourself too, like retirement, or if you're not working, just old age. I know my mom's like assisted living is it's like $6,400 a month. And I think about that. Like right now, I can make my bills, but I don't know. Like if I needed a nursing home, where is that going to come from? So, yes, he seems like a narcissist. That's the self centeredness. Does he drink at all? Zanny says, break my heart. I'd give anything for his recovery. Yeah, he's got to face it, though. He's got to face it and talk about it. Yeah, there's a way. That's the thing. You know, he's older now, so we can't force our kids like we could when they were younger to go through evaluations. But if you can, are you able to talk to him at all? Does he connect at all with you? But at least, I mean, God works in mysterious ways. You know, have him work for that money. And don't make it easy. Don't make it like, I'll give you $1,000 if you go for 1 hour. Like, heck, I'll go to therapy right now and give me $1,000. Have it where it is enough to help him too. So $100, that's a good enough motivator. I think if you gave him $20, he's like, screw that, I'll get that from somebody else. So, and then eventually maybe weed it down, you know, I'll give you $300 if you go 4 times a month. Zandy says, my younger sons are really mad at me for taking him in. They basically blocked him. Yes, he called me saying he hears voices. Oh, he might be schizophrenic if he's hearing voices. Sometimes it's our thoughts too, though. Are they angry voices? What's interesting, Sarah, can you back this up? I have never heard of a schizophrenic where they're like, it was really nice. They said, go plant some flowers. I have never heard of nice schizophrenic voices. I don't know. I just haven't heard. Doesn't mean that's not true. But I always hear it's like, do something evil or against your will. That's why, like, is it demonic or is it our own inner demons? Debbie says he will always take if you keep giving, it will never stop. Yeah, because why not? It's free. I'll take it. So either ration it out or, yeah, it's something we have to do to let our kids grow, you know. But we also want them to survive. There's a balance. Zanny says my younger sons are really mad. Tell me what he hears. Did he ever tell you what he hears? Debbie says the therapist will tell you not to pay him to go. Most likely. Yeah, because they're just there for the money, but sometimes they can get something out of it too. So Sarah says, take him to the hospital if he is actively hearing voices. So did you hear that, Zanny? My licensed social worker that is on with us right now. If he's hearing voices actively, take him for an emergency evaluation. And if it's active, they can do some brain scans too, I believe. Some EEGs or something. They're angry sometimes. He hears yelling across the street when he thinks of a word or says a word, somebody else yells it behind him or from a distance. So do you know what word he thinks of that triggers it? He will never agree to go to a mental health agency. Have you asked him? Have you asked him? Because when you're in like actively hearing things, a lot of those voices can tell you to harm other people or to harm yourself. So it can be extremely important. And thank you for liking the live. Mimi is here. How you feeling? Yes, many times. But maybe if I pay him, as long as it's an evaluation. Sarah says once you get an evaluation, then they will get you services. I don't know, Zanny. I know. This is like a mother's love. What do? I love my son. I want to help my son. Um, Mimi says, I'm fine. How about you? I am doing good. I went to the school play tonight. We saw Alice in Wonderland. And Dixie Doo's going to have some tapioca pudding. We made caramel chocolate brownies. Here, pups. But yeah, the thing with that is when you do pay them, a lot of times it is just for the money. And are we really getting what we're hoping for, or are we just wasting our money? Um, he needs it. But the thing is like there's so many schizophrenics, there's so many people that don't take their medication. And how old was he when he started hearing voices? Men get it earlier than women. He's at the right age. Uh, they're like, what is it, late teens, early 20s when men get it, women get it around like 26, early 30s. Zanny says, I've sent him links, gave him numbers, talked to him about how helpful it would be. Stubborn. Sarah says, can't control if he follows up. He just needs to be seen. Yeah. Yeah, because then at least you know what you're talking about. Has he ever had to himself type thoughts? Don't use the word. Unalive is the word we have to use. I warned him I might take conservatorship over of him through the courts. You might have to if he's a harm to himself or others. And it was nice, Mimi. They did a good job. And some of my students were in it. Sarah says he might have to be held for safety. Zanny says the voices are more recent over the last year or so. And that's the thing, maybe he's using more than weed. Do you think he's using other types of narcotics? Hallucinogens and Sarah, how do you feel about that ketamine therapy? Is that dangerous or helpful? I did a podcast on that. We got to watch what we say. So just say if it's helpful or not. Zandy says it's possible, but I doubt it. Yeah. And it can be like a mix of everything. Like you can still be autistic and have other mental illnesses, or he might not be autistic. But the voices, I mean, that's pretty cut and dry. He is actually scared of the voices or random. He needs to be seen. He probably has a high likelihood of having schizophrenia. And just tell him, look, it's for your own peace. You can have peace. Those voices can get extremely scary. Dang it, they restricted me. I told you. I got two restrictions. I'm logging back in. Dang it. I knew it. I gotta watch what I say. Can't talk grown-up stuff. All right, I'm gonna log right back in, guys. On TikTok. Everybody else stay. Live restrict. What does it say? Hold on. Oh, now I can't see it. Log back in, guys. Dang it.
So my mom has been receiving threats.
Okay, that's just on TikTok. I'm still here, guys. I get in so much trouble. I will talk about it with him. All right. I might still be restricted. I don't know how they do it. You log on and off. I don't know. I told you. Gosh. All right. We'll see if people join back in. Yeah, talk to them about it and say, this is, to help you. Like, I'm not saying anything wrong. I get 2 restrictions. My goodness. So Sarah says, yes, take him in. And just say, look, this will bring you peace. And ask him, what do you do? Ask him, would he prefer to have that peace? So, man, hopefully I'm not restricted. Yeah. And just tell him, if that is what's going on, let's take care of it, you know? Tell him it doesn't make you love him any less. You're there to help him, and you don't want him. It can be dangerous. It can be really dangerous. Oh, what just happened? Oh, live access removed. Dang it. They just took away. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, man. Oh, my guys. No,
So my mom has been receiving threats.
Now I can't see where I want to appeal it. I'm going to appeal, but what they always do. Hate speech or hateful behavior. Oh, what do you think? Did you guys say stuff? Oh, man. Dang it. Now, they just, yeah. And I think I know what it is, but I can't go live until December 22nd. Got a whole week. I'm restricted. Man. Sarah says, or if won't go, can call EMS with current information about active thoughts. If he is in danger to self or others, he must be seen right away. Yeah. Man, this sucks. Like, I want to talk to you guys, but I just had my TikTok taken away for a week for hate speech just because I said I didn't understand, and I said it nicely. I just said I don't understand something. I think that's what it's about. It's getting to the point where you can't say anything. It means I can't go live. I can't do my live videos on TikTok. So Zanny says, okay, guys, I'm going to take actions to get him there. Thank you all. Yeah, I think that's important. And yeah, if he's having active voices and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and log off right now. I'm a little ticked off. I'm going to see what I can do. Don't think I can fix this right now, but dang it. Right before Christmas, I was hoping to go live. I can still reach out to you guys though, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. They're gonna. Last time I appealed it, they took the whole week. They didn't even look at it. So, man, can't win. Can't win. Try to help people and can't share your opinion on anything. And it wasn't even an opinion. It was just I don't understand it. And how can you understand it if you can't tell people you don't understand something? Zanny says I needed encouragement and advice. Love you guys. Much appreciation and gratitude. Yeah, just go ahead and talk to him about it, you know. So yeah, Sarah, I think they're gonna for a whole week. Yeah. But life goes on. Jeez. Right before, you know, I got time coming up with the holidays, and I was gonna decorate my tree on live and all that good stuff. So all right, guys, lots of love to you. Debbie says, I don't mean to come down on you at all. I've been there. Yeah. Yeah. So lots of love to you. We'll get through this one day at a time. I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. If not, Monday or Tuesday. Go Lions. I'm going to go to the game. I told you we were cooking those brownies for my friend for his birthday. And I have a podcast tomorrow. So busy day. And also I should be doing some lesson plans. But I'll see you guys soon. And you guys can always comment on videos. I can always get back to you. Topic requests are welcome. And one-on-ones are available. And I'll see you in the next video. Good night, guys. Good night. There we go. Please hit that like button for me, and I'll see you soon. Oh, I'm still on. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. And Zanny, happy holidays. Merry Christmas, the kid, and everybody else. I'll see you soon. I thought I already logged out. Good night. Am I still on?